All right. Well, welcome back. I cannot believe it's here, Blake. Our final presentation of the 2024-2025 career fair. And I'm super excited about our next presenter, Yesenia with, I was going to say Silicon Valley, because I'm from Silicon Valley. And so when I see SV, my brain just goes Silicon Valley, but she's from Social Vocational Services, and she's going to share this wonderful program with our students. And so we want to give her as much time as possible. So we're just, without further ado, we're going to hand the mic off to you. Yesenia, welcome.
Awesome. Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I work for Social Vocational Services. We are a not-for-profit agency that serves adults diagnosed with intellectual or developmental disabilities here in the Central Valley. We are actually statewide. So we have offices as far south as Chula Vista in the San Diego County, and then up in the San Francisco area. So and everywhere in between. So I know you primarily have students in the Central Valley,
Correct. Yep.
right?
Central Valley.
Yeah, so we have offices. I think we're at 22 locations here in the Central Valley, soon to be 24. We're opening an office in Madera and then an additional office in the Fresno area. Those two offices are slated to be opened, I think, within the next couple of months. And so the way that we operate is we are vendored with the Central Valley Regional Center. And so, any individuals who are clients of the regional center and have cases open with the regional center are welcome to attend our program. We also serve individuals that live in the Kern County area that are served by Kern Regional Center. And so, the way that a referral might work, let's say we have individuals diagnosed with a developmental or intellectual disability that are existing clients of the regional center. All they have to do is inform their service coordinator at the regional center that they're interested in attending a day program like SBS. And those regional center service coordinators will reach out to a program director in that area. And they will say, hey guys, we have an individual interested in attending your program. Can we send over their information so that we can schedule a tour? Once that tour is scheduled, the student or the individual is able to come visit our offices or the particular office that they might attend with their families. They can invite everybody. They can invite their family members, their regional center service coordinators. If a neighbor is important to them, they want to know what's going on in their lives, they're welcome to bring whoever they'd like to tour the facility with them. At that tour, they would get all of this information regarding the types of activities that each program offers. The majority of our programs are community-based. And so what that means is that we integrate our individuals out in the community as well. So if we have individuals that are interested in finding resources out in the community, we could help them with that. If we have individuals interested in work opportunities, some of our offices are vendored for supported employment. So that means if they're interested, maybe not so much interested in the programming stuff, but they want to work and work out in the community alongside other folks that may not have a disability, we have offices that serve those individuals as well through supported employment. But let's say an individual is just interested in going to program, hanging out, making friends, doing fun stuff during the day. They're welcome to join one of our offices, and there might be work opportunities for those folks as well. It doesn't necessarily have to be supported employment. It could be what we call CIS work groups, so community inclusion services. Those offices also have work opportunities. And how they differ is that supported employment might be, let's say, a full-time job or a job that's part-time, and they go independently. They can get there on their own. They might have a job coach that can go help them. Whereas CIS group work, they come to program and then they might go to work for a couple of hours a day. or a few hours a week. But then they still get to enjoy all of the fun activities at program. All of the activities that we do are funded by SBS. So an individual would never have to pay for any activities. So let's say a group is having an outing to the movie theater or to a museum and there's an entrance fee, SBS would cover the cost of that. All the individuals have to worry about is their lunches. So there would never be a time where an individual who wants to participate in an activity with their group because they don't have the funds isn't able to. Everybody here is able to attend program at no cost to them because the regional center is who funds our program. Yeah, and so if the individual does a tour, they like our program, they say that they want to attend and do all the fun stuff I just mentioned, then all they would have to do is let their regional center counselor know or service coordinator know that they're interested in attending. And we would then schedule a time for them to come to the office, complete an intake. One of the prerequisites for them to attend is, aside from them having that open CVRC or Kern Regional Center case, is that they complete a physical. And so that goes for anyone who either works here or attends SBS program. We all have to complete a physical, which includes just a general physical completed by a doctor and also a TB test. So once that's done, we schedule a time to have an intake meeting. So at that intake meeting, the program director will ask a bunch of questions about the individual, what they're really looking to get out of program, whether it's more so of the socialization aspect of it or the work part of it, or if they want to enhance other skills, perhaps, that we might be able to help them. Once a client starts attending program, we have an assessment period of 30 days. And so during that time, the staff are going to take a lot of notes about that individual, get to know them really well, see what their strengths are, where their weaknesses are, if there's any areas where they really want to improve. And then we have a meeting at the conclusion of those 30 days to discuss goals. So one thing that sets us apart from adult transition programs or high schools is the fact that we're not a school. So it's not school. We're not an academic-based program where we're going to have like history or math or anything like that. We don't have the classes, if that makes sense. It's more so of daily living skills and accessing the community, doing things out in the community that you and I enjoy. And so we're not structured in the sense of having classes or having classrooms. Sorry about that. And so we don't structure ourselves in the sense of having to do math work or having homework. It's not the same. Another thing is that we're year round. So we don't have school breaks like you guys, I'm sure, might have a spring break or summer vacations. We're all year round. And so if an individual's going to take a vacation, that's fine. They can. Just that they notify the office beforehand if they're going to be absent for a significant amount of time. Even though we're not structured as a classroom, we're not a school, we still work on objectives. So everyone who attends our program, they have a set of objectives, whether it's 2 objectives or 3, and those are just goals that they're working towards. And that gives us, as a staff, a guideline of how we're going to support that individual to achieve their goals.
Awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Can you tell us a little bit and we certainly have families who are navigating, okay, I don't know what that next step is going to look like. What is for lack of a better word, I hate using the word typical, but what would a typical day look like for a student in your program?
Yeah. So a typical day is we send a van to pick them up. That's the first step of the day. So we do provide transportation for the majority of our individuals. So we have 9 passenger vans that will go. Our staff will drive those vans and pick up our friends. And then they all come back to the office. Our day starts at 8:30. And so once they get back to the office, then everybody splits up into their programming group. And so the staff who picked them up might not be the staff who they program with. The clients that they were picked up with might not be the clients that they program with. And so once they get to the office, they split up into their groups, and then they follow the schedule that collectively as a group they all decided upon. And each group is different. So we have some friends that really enjoy working here at the offices. Whether they're working on a project, whether they're working on some skills, and they're able to do that here on site, they might spend more time here at the office. We do have clients that would rather go out into the community and spend the majority of their time in the community. And so if that is what the group is interested in, that is how their schedule will follow. But a typical, I know you said you don't like to use the word. I don't really like to either because no 2 days are the same. But we might have a group of clients that when they get here, their schedule has a coffee break scheduled. I mean, I love going and getting coffee with my friends on a weekend. So they might go to a coffee shop. It could be Starbucks, it could be a local coffee shop, and they'll drink their coffee in the morning. And then from there, they might have a project that they're working on where they have to go to the library to go do some research. So they'll go to the library. They might have a lunch break. Well, everybody has a lunch break at some point, but that could either be lunch on site or lunch out in the community, and then followed by perhaps a fun outing at the park where they're going to go kick the ball around or do some exercise. We're in Fresno. I know that you guys are all over the valley, but the offices that I oversee were in Fresno. So there's a lot of fun things that we can do here. Sometimes we have individuals that like to or that want to learn how to navigate the bus system, the fax bus. So their outing might consist of taking a trip on the fax bus, learning how to pay or how to use their bus pass, learning how to read the maps of the routes. We have clients that want to learn how to shop for themselves and increase their independent living skills, and so they might go do that. We've even had groups of clients that are interested in learning how to do their own laundry. I don't know if parents are on here, but if clients, if we're interested in having our friends learn how to do some daily living skills, it might consist of that as well. We've even had, on the laundry aspect, we've had groups of clients bring in a bag of laundry. Of course, no undergarments, but, shirts, pants, things like that. They each bring their own bag of laundry, and then we take them to the laundromat, and everybody gets their own washer, of course, and then they learn how to, wash their own clothes. They might do a cooking class. And so they'll do the research. The majority of our offices have programming rooms where a computer club is available to the clients. So they might do research on maybe a certain cuisine somewhere in the world where they want to do or they want to replicate those types of food. And so they might go do some research for that. They might go to the store to purchase those things, come back to the office, cook the meal. And of course, again, parents listening, we teach them all of the aspects of cooking, not just you get to sit down and eat, which is great when we're able to do that, but really daily living skills consist of not only learning how to cook, but learning how to clean up after ourselves and putting those dishes away, and how to cook safely using the stove and using knives. And we do guide them on how to do those things. But there's really no typical day out program. It just all depends on what they're scheduled for and what each group would like to do during the day. The schedules are based on what clients are interested in and their input.
Love it. And I had a follow-up question, but you answered it. So, Blake, did you have any questions for Yesenia?
I mean, been extremely thorough. So any of the questions that I may have had have been answered. But I know you just said you had a follow up question. So please go ahead, Jonathan.
No, I was saying that she answered my follow up
Oh,
question.
again, yeah,
Because it was very thorough. She's so
Yeah.
thorough with describing
Well,
the program.
I've been with SBS for going on 14 years.
Okay.
I know this is a career fair as well. If there are any individuals that might not benefit from our services but are interested in the types of work that we do, the people we employ, like I'd be happy to talk about that as well. Um, but SBS, we really are a program that we love our individuals. We want them to have the best time. We want them to grow as uh, the people that they are. We really focus on inclusion. We don't wear uniforms as staff. We wear clothing just like anybody else. So that way, when we go out into the community, if anybody were to run into us, they see us as just a group of friends that are hanging out and, just navigating through life. We take a lot of pride in the program that we have developed for our clients. We make sure that we aim to really respect them as individuals and yeah, it's a great place to be if anybody's interested. The
I,
easiest
I,
way.
I was just gonna. Oh, go ahead, and I'll
Sorry,
ask.
Jonathan, but
No.
the best way to find us would be to go to our website, which is socialvocationalservices.org. And then there it will tell you which locations we have in your area. And if there's a certain office that's in your area that might serve a particular interest, like employment, it'll tell you as well which offices have that supported employment component to them. Because we do work with the Department of Rehabilitation as well.
I was just gonna say I was on the website earlier, and I saw that you have a residential aspect of the program. Is that correct?
We do. We currently don't have that available in the Central Valley just yet.
Okay.
So in the Central Valley, it's all day program services. Um, Again, some of the offices are vendored for supported employment. If some of the students are more interested in work than hanging out and having fun, then we could always serve. We could always find a location that can serve them.
Okay, and we'll make sure to get your website. I think we can add it to the details as this is a recorded session or the
Yeah.
description. We can add it. Is there anyone who this program you would say, this program probably isn't for you?
I don't know. I don't know that there really is. We do have a couple of offices in the Fresno area or in the Central Valley that are better equipped to serve those individuals that might have behavioral concerns. Um, our offices, are the majority of them, and I want to be careful here because we all have behaviors, right? I have behaviors. I just had a behavior earlier with my daughter asking for money. But everybody has behaviors. But there are some behaviors that we just will not be able to serve at your regular day program office. And so for those individuals, we do have other locations where they might be better suited. And behaviors that might cause disruption to a day program or to an SBS day program that isn't equipped to serve those individuals would be those behaviors that were more like aggressive in nature. But otherwise, I mean, we have clients who start with us at the age of 18. I have individuals that are in their 70s. So once a client enters our program, they can stay with us for as long as they'd like.
Okay. All right. So for our parents who are listening and they're like, this sounds great. As you know, many of our families live in Fresno. In fact, our
Love it.
school offices are off of Shaw Avenue. And
Oh, cool.
yeah, and they're like, this sounds awesome.
Yeah.
but they're not quite sure. They're just kind of exploring their buffet of options. What would you say the next step is for them?
I would say the next step would be scheduling a tour with an office.
Okay.
Come check it out. The best time to come is in the middle of the day when clients are either working on something, they're on site, and that way the individual can really see what the day activities consist of.
Do you have a phone? Do you have that phone number? We're going to be sharing the website, but do you have a phone number that you can share with our audience members that they can take this next step if they're interested?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So I'm a regional director. We have 5 regional directors in the Central Valley. The majority of my office, well, all of my offices, all 4, are located in the Fresno area. And so in Fresno, we have 6 offices. And so we divide the town essentially. So a certain office might pick up in a certain area. Another office across town will only pick up in that location. Um, but I'm happy to share the phone number for the office that I'm currently working out of. Um, and that way, if a parent or one of your students has questions, they can call me here directly, and then I'll be able to direct them to the correct office based on where they live. So just for because we do provide transportation, we want to make the transportation time as short as possible. Depending on where somebody lives, is the office that they would attend. We do have a office in Clovis. We have one located near the Fresno Airport. We have an office located downtown, an office close to Ashland and 99, the freeway, and then we have one of our newest locations over in the Bullard and Marks area. The office that I'm currently working out of is our Tower Center and Studio. This particular office has an art component to it, so we're very art focused. If clients want to do nothing but art, they can do it. They can do it here at this office. We actually participate in Art Hop as well. And so the clients here at the Fresno Tower Center and Studio, they actually, we open up our office the first Thursday of the month for Fresno's Art Hop, and our individuals showcase their artwork and can sell their art to earn money.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome. Love
it's
it.
great. The phone number where you could reach me at directly is 559-777-8008.
Love it. Well, thank you so much, Yesenia, for sharing. Very informative. Providing our families with viable options is something that we're passionate about. And so we just
Of
want to
course.
thank you. We would love to have you back. And
Yeah.
yeah, and keep the questions coming. Last question, I promise. If so, sometimes we have families, actually, often we'll have families who they're not able to make it to these live sessions, but they'll watch the recording. We may get 50 families or students who watch the recording and
Wow.
they have questions, so they're not
Yeah.
able to share. We're not going to send you 50 students, but I wanted to just ask if it would be okay if we get those follow-up or after the fact questions, that we compile a list and Blake or
Sure.
myself would reach out to you and get some of these questions answered. Does that sound okay?
Oh, for sure. I love nothing more than to talk about what we do here. So I don't care if like the phone starts ringing off the hook. I'm so happy to talk about what we do here at SBS. It's something that I enjoy doing, and I love when we are able to share our program with others. And I'm so for that. If you guys want to share my email as well, that's another great way to reach me. It's YARTEAGA at svsinc.org.
Love it. Thank you so much. All right. Well, that concludes this presentation. Blake, do you want to take us out?
Yeah, no, you know what? It's been a lot of fun, Jonathan. Thank you, Yesenia, so much for being here for this session. It's been an incredible time. We've had so many amazing, not just careers, but resources as well for our students. I've had a lot of really fun, really good questions asked, even better answers. And for everyone who missed this, maybe you're watching this out of order, we're going to have the whole playlist. Maybe this is at the end, or maybe this is the first video you have. All of this stuff is going to be both on our Career Fair website and on our YouTube channel, so you can watch all of it. But a huge, very special thank you to all of our speakers. Yesenia, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. We'll be in touch for sure. And of course, thank you everybody who both attended and are watching later on these recordings. We do this all for you. This is all for you guys. And so hope everyone has a wonderful rest of your school year and already looking forward to next year's Career Fair.